Good evening to everybody. So glad that you're all here. And on behalf of the Center for Latin American and Caribbean Studies here at NYU and its director, Jill Lane, we welcome you to the screening of the documentary La Guerra del Café, La Conexión Rosenberg. First, we want to let you know that there's a change in the program since due to health reasons, our presenter, our original presenter, Greg Grandin, will not be able to be here. But we're lucky that we got a wonderful person to be here with us as a discussant, Kate Doyle, director of the Guatemala project at the National Security Archive. We greatly appreciate your presence here. Thank you. So this great event is truly a collaborative project, as much as the documentary that you will watch tonight. Thus, we want to acknowledge our partners in this project, Caras y Caretas and Grupo Octubre in Argentina, the King Juan Carlos Center of Spain, who are our hosts in this facility and partners. Also, we want to acknowledge Cinema Tropical, NYU Cinema Studies, and the Urban Democracy Lab, plus the Havana Film Festival for helping us spread the words about this event. And last but not least, our friend Ernesto Seman of the University of Richmond, who made a connection to bring this event to NYU and to CLACS. Make sure, they say here in this recommendation, to use the hashtag CineCLACS and La Guerra del Café if you're tweeting anybody about this event tonight. And now I am going to leave you with Ernesto, who's going to announce the event.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Pamela. Very briefly, first to put some names to the institutions that she mentioned. Omar Dawajere and Pamela Calla from CLACS, who helped us to make this possible. And Victor Santamaria from the Grupo Octubre, the Octubre group, which is the media group that produced the documentary and also helped to make this event possible. Again, I want to insist in bringing Greg's personal apologies for not having able to be here. He literally broke his leg. The good news, if I can say so, is that because of that we have Kate Doyle. For those of us working on recent Latin American history, US foreign policy to Latin America, for those working on Guatemala, like Greg himself, the work of the National Security Archives in general, and Kate Doyle in particular, is a permanent and immediate reference. So it's a real honor to meet you personally and to have you here tonight. What we are having to do is the following. I'm going to introduce briefly Oscar Feito, the director of the documentary, and Kate Doyle. Then we're going to watch a documentary that runs for an hour and 20 minutes and has subtitles in English. And then Kate is going to lead a conversation with the director and with the public. So let me introduce Oscar Feito first. Oscar Feito is a journalist and an expert in public communication from Argentina. Since the beginning of the democratic transition in Argentina in 1993, he has worked in different capacities in the private sector as a consultant, but also with the Argentine government and the government of the city of Buenos Aires. More important for tonight, for more than a decade, he's been working on documentaries, mostly related to social and political issues in Latin America and topics in relation to human rights and the rule of law. His first documentary as a producer and as a writer is Ejecuciones Extrajudiciales, about the actions of paramilitary forces within the prison systems in Central America in general and Guatemala in particular. The documentary that we are about to watch is his first documentary as a director and his second documentary in which he's working. And he's working now on a new documentary on the Cromañón tragedy. The Cromañón tragedy, Cromañón was a nightclub in Buenos Aires in December 2004. A fire killed there almost 200 kids, 200 people. Probably one of the largest non-natural tragedies in Argentine history.
Yeah.
Gabe Doyle is a senior analyst of U.S. Foreign policy and U.S. policy to Latin America at the National Security Archives, of one of the most wonderful institutions in this country. She directs different research projects within the National Security Archives, including the Guatemala project, which collects declassified documents from the Guatemala and the U.S. government since 1954, the year of the CIA-backed military coup against Jacobo Arbenz in Guatemala. She has worked with human rights groups and truth commissions and prosecutors throughout Latin America and extensively in El Salvador, in Mexico, in Peru, and in Guatemala, but also in some aspects related to the Southern Cone, the participation of the U.S. in the Condor plan as well. The documents that she made public in 2009 about the Operación Sofía, that was a plan for the extermination of indigenous population in Guatemala in the early 80s, was used as an evidence in the trial against former President Efraín Montt. She also unveiled, in relation to Guatemala, the Death Squad dossier, which is a diary that sort of chronicles the disappear and killing of more than 100 people in Guatemala. In Peru, her request at the Freedom of Information Act led to the creation of the Peru Project within the National Security Archives, but also her testimony, because of that work, as a witness expert, was used in the trial against Montesinos and against President Alberto Fujimori as well. She received in 2012 the Alba and Pafi Foundation Prize for Human Rights Activism, and she has written and edited volumes and book chapters and articles extensively about human rights in Latin America and the U.S. foreign policy, both here and in Latin America. So, with all this, we're going to watch the documentary, and after that we'll have Doyle and Feito in the stage for, I hope, an interesting conversation. Thank you.
Why don't I start just with a little bit of commentary.
Mm-hmm.
I was asked to speak in English, so I'm going to speak in English. Perdón. Thank you so much, Oscar. This is the first time I've ever seen this film. It took me a little bit by surprise, and we'll explore that. You have now all gone down the rabbit hole that is Guatemala. How did it feel? Pretty disorienting, yeah? I don't think I'm ever going to forget the scene of Benedicto Lucas Garcia sitting in front of a gigantic jigsaw puzzle of a castle while he talked to you about the war. That was kind of an amazing moment. I'm glad you ended on that note about corruption, because Guatemala has experienced a tremendous kind of earthquake of social protest and a powerful voice against corruption in the country that has culminated last year in a series of enormous popular demonstrations that brought down the government of General Oscar Otto Pérez Molina and his vice president, Roxana Valdetti. Many of the people that you saw interviewed in the film are now either in jail or fugitives from justice. Luis Mendizábal, one of the main spokespeople here, is a fugitive from justice. He's been linked to the largest and first corruption scandal, which is known as La Linea, which is a scandal that showed the way